Welcome, welcome. Just taking care of the share. Ooh, I'm a dope rabbit. Just taking care of the share. Ooh, I'm a dope rabbit. Oof. Alright, all the difficult stuff's been taken care of. Let's compose a pinned message. Well, that ain't the right button. There. Message pinned. It says so right there. It's possession wants me. Sticking out the fall when she falls in May. We're just going to take this little feller to Rivals. She's the one. And so on Grand Oak, I got her almost full mod, so we got, I think, exhaust. Or, well, I ain't actually anywhere near full mod. What am I talking about? We have the motor to build yet. You know, it helps if you go to the right place. There you go. But we've got her about a quarter of the way to the top of A class. That's what I meant to say. Brain does not function. Got up early this morning, went fishing. Caught some bluegill, a couple of cat. No carp today. Almost caught a turtle. He would have wound up in the bushes, though. We're overpopulated in turtles. I seem to catch one almost every time I go fishing. And he was a good size feller, too. But he came off the hook, so thank goodness they're not fun to take off once they get on there. And they always look like it's just, you know, you're a terrible person, which you probably are. But we didn't catch anything worth keeping, so everybody went back in the river to grow bigger for next time. Oh, just getting my chair arranged, myself settled. Let's see here. Maranello, where are you at? She be blue, I remember that. I could have swore she was in A class already. Did I jump over it? My eyes tend to skip the one thing I'm looking for. Or did it start me middle of the list? It's starting to look that way. You pick the LM. I haven't tried to drift this one. Or did we already do the LM? No, I don't think we've done the LM yet. There she is. Hiding higher up. Eventually, they're going to release another game like this one that's pretty decent. That lets you play with the street cars this way. And I know me and Horizon 6. Unpopular opinion, I think that game kind of sucks. It ain't bad at it. It's just too... I don't know. I just don't like it. I do the deliveries on there from time to time, and I go drive my Camaro on there from time to time. But to me, it's just rehash. And they didn't even do a good job on it, as far as I'm concerned. When you started seeing drift areas in the dirt, because for some reason they put dirt roads everywhere in Tokyo. And I've never been to Tokyo, so I don't know if that's a thing. But I've seen some comments and some threads, and from the sounds of things, it's not a thing. We already tossed what we had on it for cash. And I don't remember. We added a little bit of air filter power. If we can get $400, we probably should go to free play. We'll see how she does. We should probably go to free play though to finish her up. We still got quite a bit left to do. Better at a standard start of this, which doesn't help when I come in all wrong. She ain't ready for first gear yet. let's go to free play and do some, she's not ready for the rivals. And while I'm there, we're not ready for yonder grand oak just yet. Not competitively. I'll get frustrated. Instead, we just need to go somewhere where we can tear the track up and make some cash. I think fireproof things. Whoever's idea it was to put freaking make smokes freaking fireproof, they should be punched in the head. That'll do. That'll do, sir. That'll do. Oh, got my terrible tasting coffee. And a Pepsi on standby. So we'll see how we do. I don't know that we're going to make it the full 3 hours. Just going to try to make it to at least driving the 512 around the track one time before I give up. My boss is telling me I'm driving too much, and I don't disagree. Man, we need to, after what I just seen, turn this up back to like 410. Yeah, 410 will do. Everything else feels pretty good. She is a sweet looking car. She's gonna look awesome painted as soon as I figure out what I'm gonna do with it. She kind of got that Aero Camaro look to her, but not ugly, if that makes sense. I still think that dancing pony looks wrong. There's something wrong with it. Let me know what y'all think. You think Forza did the chrome pony wrong? Or is it just the angle we're looking at it? I gotta get closer to a Ferrari to look at one up close. Except there aren't really any in my hometown. So there's that. Although there was a couple Lamborghinis running around. And I seen one of them brand new Corvettes the other day. Signs people have too much money. I own a newer vehicle, but I don't know that I would buy another new vehicle. The quality's gone to garbage. They just don't last very long. Heck, my work truck's a 21. Got 47,000 miles on it. They just had to put a new transmission in it. And I drive that thing like it's my grandma's car. Like, I'm very, very careful with it. Because I like going to work, and if the truck breaks, there's a very good chance they won't have a spare one to put me in to go to work. I'm procrastinating. Just trying to find the right motivation. And I'm kind of watching my drop rate right now, seeing if it's going to come down. Because right now we're at 1.7. Already dropped 954 frames. I was just saying some things about my interwebs. Turn that preview off. Even say the pain. Peace. Make sure we click on the right page. Start race. Let's see how many laps we can do before my arm gives out. Oh, it's terrible. Gotta be good for me. That's what they always told me. If it tastes bad, it must be good for you. Too much of the Rego brick. Tires aren't hot enough yet. We threw an extra 2 minutes in there, so maybe. Look, she is a little slippery today. We got a heavy-footed right out the gate. We're gonna go heavy-footed right out the gate. Laps on the nerve or a lap around the mountain. We don't need money around that. Wouldn't have been as fun though. There's something wrong with me. Gotta relax some. get it moving. It's a new day. We got to make cash, because everything for this car is expensive. It's like it's a Ferrari or something. I was never meant to fight on my own. $825. Let's go ahead and buy the $400 intake. Almost 500 on the Torx. We can afford a cam, and that's it. Or go for $200 valves. I hate that it makes me do that. 505. And these are $400 freaking pistons. Displacement. Up to 511 on the Torx. Almost 600 horsepower. That's all we can afford. So that's what we buy. I gotta look at my alignment. So she sure is doing the easy spins. Give it a little more of that. Go up from there. Well, that's just gonna have to do. But it can't really tune much until you get all your power down. As if so, every time you add power, you got to change the tune. Oh, that air feels good. Can't leave it on me; it drive you all crazy. That sound all the time. Break away. I didn't even look to see where we went. I wasn't paying much attention. Oh yeah, Silverstone. Flat tracking it. First gear. No flames out the exhaust pipe. Myself in the sure them points are gone. Ooh, I needed more time. I feel like I could have done lap after lap. And there were mistakes in there, but I kept the points rolling. Kept the points rolling. Oh, the terrible drink is empty. Tonight. Ooh. Try to walk away. This thing is slowly becoming a sweet little ride. We'll get her there. She's still got power. Hey, look, Indianapolis again. What the heck? Why not? Hello to everybody watching. How y'all doing? Life treating you good? I hope so. Life's hard enough. It ought to treat you good from time to time. Yes, I can. You got me love. I can just. Way back up. Hit that switch. You can run down quick. That's $400. We could put the first cam on, but we'd have to drop our flywheel. Let's find out. We'll decide on rims later. Oh, that's a... Well, what are the odds? Outside, you got to get that real light. You got that fuse. Never gonna show. Little shot of air conditioning real quick. Only 79 degrees in this room. Between the computer, the steering wheel, and the TV. My poor little AC unit's like, turn something off, I can't keep up. That switch. You can come down quick. Follow your blood. No, the devil you don't. Get my foot on the right brake. Oh, too much. Misremembered what corner that was. Yeah, you got a map down there, sir. Yeah. Don't forget me, we can hardly. Over throttled. Too much feather. Fifth gear yet? Maybe. A little bit. Not as sharp as your brain wants you to think it is, so. Good. Not good. You made it around. The tickler's still ticking. I must have done something at least half, right? Ah, I screwed that up, though. Watch that tire though. travel up. There's a bump right there. I ain't never hit that before. Well, I never noticed it before, I guess. There's another one. Making mistakes. You come in wrong, it lets you know. Reset. We still got 5, give or take, minutes. car, well, thank goodness. Lost the points. That's okay, we didn't have a whole lot. She's a heck of a car, though. Heck of a car. Violent when you mess up, though. She doesn't like it. She does not like it when you mess up. She's got that Ferrari perfection complex. She's like, you made the mistake. It's not the car. Oh, I already know it's not going to make it all the way around that corner. We're going to do it anyway. Feel alive. Those are $400. We'll put our flywheel back on and we'll just save the rest. Ooh. I'm not sure why, but I'm a fan of the dish. Breathe for about 30 seconds. Only got one upgrade to go. Then we hope we have enough power to spread the transmission out the right way. At least get it under a 4. 390, you know, something like that. Because we need it for Grand Oak. Otherwise, we might as well just go do Barcelona. We got real close in the GTO. I still don't like calling it that. I'm gonna find a name for that car. Oh. Toe cramps. Got to stretch them out a little bit. I drive with the tips of my feet for some strange reason. When I'm really on, my foot lifts up off of the pedal plate. And I'm pushing with the side of my foot. It's really weird. When I catch myself doing it, I screw up. Any of y'all got strange tendencies when you're racing? When you're really on, you find yourself maybe being a more violent with the gear shifter, smoother with the wheel, or, you know, if you play with a controller, you get the feel for the sticks. Your middle finger pushes the gas toggle just right. I'm sorry, that almost sounds condescending. It's not. I used to race with a controller too. And then I got my first wheel, and I almost threw the wheel in the trash. I was so bad. So, and I ain't got a whole lot better. I still don't drive good. Drifting's easier because I'm good at making cars go sideways. In other words, I'm a good bad driver. And I may not do it as fast as some of these other people, but I can score points. I can get up there in the leaderboards. Although if more people played this game, I don't think I'd be as high up in the leaderboard as I am. Which is just too bad. More people played this game, Forza would see the interest, and they would fix little things like that weird taillight flicker that's going on. When it comes back to the taillights, look at them. Well, it doesn't show up as much on the... Yeah, there's a flicker in the taillights. And it's not great. It's not great. I'm just taking a little smoke break. Ruining my health a little bit more every day. But hell, who wants to live forever, right? I'm telling you, there's a glitch right there in that taillight. Could be the angle, I guess. Kind of like me thinking the dancing pony that's in chrome doesn't look right. There's something about it. It just does not look right. Looks like it was cast in my backyard in a homemade foundry is what it looks like. Dead from me. I got a bigger cam now. I didn't even look to see what kind of photo I was making. A lot more than I was. Carry that corner next time. Boy, oh boy. Mistakes were made. And it was almost bad. Like I got more cooks than she had before. rotated. I'm gonna have to get lighter with the throttle now. I think we need to carry more speed coming here. I've always had trouble with this car. I feel like I should be able to drift it so nice. But the banking gets me, if that makes any sense. Coming in too hot. Yep. Boy, that is slippery right there. We need to reset and slow down. Getting too much of a hurry. Well, we didn't take it the same as last time, I guess. On a positive note, we know where the inside cut is at. Figure out this corner. Shouldn't have hit that second gear. Come on now. Why are you going all twitchy? Dirt on the tires? Maybe? That's too much. Maybe not. Go give Grand Oak a shot. I really don't want to knock the Monty off the list. Worked so hard to get it there. But if this Maranello can move me up, groovy. We tried high, let's try low. gross. Off to Grand Oak we go. Whoa, got me a new suit. That is orange. And got to be with you. Oh, that's tempting. But we need to go test this one out on Grand Oak so that we can haul over to that 512 TR, see how she do. Maybe we'll take her to the mountain. Oh, God dang it. The thought about it made me stutter. We're going to sit forever and the fish don't bite. Cool ourselves in the heat of the night. The stars. And that's if she's even still in A-class. We may have popped her out. I didn't look again. There's the Monte. She's still in A-class. Now, if I remember right, we got just a little more power we can put in this thing. All of that's done. Pistons and compression. Still in A-class. Where's that put us on the torque cruiser? 543. Now let's make sure we got all our stuffs. And this is y'all's opportunity. It's pretty much maxed out. Everything but ballast and racing brakes. I still got weight reduction. I don't think, can I afford the next level? Oh, that puts us right at 700. Screw it. No tires. Dishes. Can I put the clutch and not end up in S-Class? I cannot. What about the driveline? Nope. I haven't looked through here yet. What's the... That... Why you move down to the wheels when we look at the hood? You goober. And we can't do any of that without exiting A-Class. Acceleration's up to 5.7. Now we may have just totally destroyed the handling of this car just now. Because weight reduction goes one of two ways. It either makes the car better or makes it horrid. We're going to see if we can hit that 390 mark. 82 in second, 114. Maybe. Excuse me. We're going to procrastinate for half a smoke. Or a puff or two anyway. I ain't ready. I got a feeling I might do 2 laps, exit, tune a little bit, then hop back out. We'll see what she feels like. Impress. For my stress. This is my relief right here. We need about $6,000, and then we'll be up in the top 10 instead of a percentage. But I don't think I'll get up in that top 10. I strongly believe there are some things going on up in that top 10 that are not legit. I can't prove it. I've watched their laps, and they're amazing. And I believe there are robots out there that can just hit every corner perfect, keep the line on 10, but I find it very unlikely. But who knows? Who am I to judge? I do the best I can and let everybody do the best they can, and we'll meet someday in a private room and we'll find out. Let's take a look at our stream health while we're just piddling. 2.2, not as good as yesterday. Yesterday stayed about a 0.8 drop rate. But still, 2.2 is better than 3 or 4 or 5. I've noticed this time of day, I should probably wait till 7. The internet tends to equalize out. Everybody gets home and starts hitting the satellites and doing stuff like this. Someday, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna people impress. Running from my stress. Running from my stress. Alright. We have procrastinated for 3 seconds too long. Let's get on track. Think it'll take off in second gear? We're gonna find out. Oh, wait a minute. Rolling start. I am too on the right page. I even used the mouse to click onto it. You liar. These tires hot. Probably throw some camber at it, something. Let's get the tires out, and we'll find out. They're still blue on top, so. Front tires are still blue. Back tires are nice and red, though. Out the gate, set of the gear, follow through with that correctly you did. I got a diamond cutter on my Dremel just waiting. that was too much. Get out of the dirt. Makes my tires cold. Alright. Adjustments need to be made. It's so close. So close. That should change my name to So Close. And hear me cry. It's alright because I love the way you lie. We gotta wake up Bob the Drifter. He needs to drive this car because I ain't quite got enough without him. No. See, this is what happens when you put the weight reduction on. Remember, we were over 1,000 on this earlier. Oh, that ain't where we want to go. You just go right back to your number. Close enough. Yeah, I'm gonna walk next time. Alright. Let's see if we screwed her up. Alright, because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. That's a jam. We're fast enough. Tires. We got things to do with you. This gear's no bueno. Not yet. Neutral never hurt nobody. Accidentally bumped the shit tonight. Oh no. Soundbar turned off. I didn't even realize it was on. Well, it sure waits. Screen went black. Because when the soundbar turns off, it disconnects that HDMI and puts me on the out. Or on something. Well, she's still not warm enough to sit here. They may not even be able to use it. Came through my whole rhythm on. get 40 grand after this corner. Another 5 grand right there. Nope. I wouldn't want to run this lap anyway. The next person to race against me would be like, that dude's full of garbage.
Badness.
Alright, we'll give it one more lap. And we got another car to drive. I don't feel like I could beat her in this thing. Set up for the next one. Too much. Oh well. Oh. You win for now, Robin. You win for now. But I'll be back. I got to take a stretch break, and then we're going to hop on the 512 TR, put it around the track a couple of times, see how she handle, make some money with her. Well, I told myself I wasn't going to stream for 3 hours again today, and we're already at the 2-hour mark, and we're barely getting in the other car. We're going to leave you all on the start menu for a minute, because I got to get rid of some liquids. I don't remember exactly what the performance points of this car is either. I think it's A class. It might be B. I think it's B. We'll find out. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Eyeballs were floating. Hello there, Sylvie. You looking pretty. Alright. I do believe we're going to go to the mountain, even though I'm a little worried I don't have the reflexes for the mountain right now. Oh, look at that. Perfect stop. I feel like this car will do well on the mountain. We're looking for a 512. Someday I'm going to make that Beamer do the drift. I haven't done that one yet either. Did I pass it and not see it? Or is it we're further down on the list than I thought it was? Nope, there it is. I don't know how well this thing's going to drift. It's definitely got that supercar look to it. She might be just a track day car. Who knows? We're going to try to drift it no matter what. It will probably turn out poorly. Maybe even hilariously for some of y'all that like to watch people wreck. I ain't flipped a car in a while. I got a few shorts of that though. When you flip a car in this game, it is entertainment. On freaking Automobilista, I want to say it was the Formula Integer. I flipped it, and when it landed, the two front wheels fell off and just rolled forward off of the car. It was great. That game has... I ain't going to say the damage realistic, but it may be. It was entertaining to watch. I made a video. My daughter made me a thumbnail for it of picture of the wheels settled in front of it and Shrek's holding them. But it's really, she made me a really good thumbnail. Nobody watched that video. But it's okay. We need brakes if it ain't already got them. It does not already have them. Now we're gonna take our time in this car, I do believe, because I got a feeling she's all balls. Yeah, no way. Something just about to break. You know, I'm in my place. I love Jane. Oh, that ain't the right button. Could be the angle. That pony just looks like it was made by the lowest bidder. Sharp looking car. Got some different kinds of angles. Got them there aerodynamics down the door. Well, this is a jam right here. Look at them, stay. My head says I should have never left. Well, feet will soon lead to my death. On the track we go. That is not a clutch, Chris. Don't go reaching for it like it is. It's an e-brake. And right like go. I don't know where to go. We're just taking Grandma to church. We're in no hurry. That's a good sign right there. She is long-geared as heck, though. I can go down to first pretty much anytime I want, it feels like. And I just now started driving it. Could have reached out and kissed that wall. Snappy. Not terribly so. Not like the 250 was. Close your eyes. It only hurts for a minute. Oh. Pinball. got to high school. You either get that one right or you play pinball. Little snappy. Stop playing with the e-brake, Chris. Car doesn't like to rotate though. Too much. Can't take the guardrail with you, sir. Poor transmission. That was early. Panicked. Heart attack doing that crap. Get it out of the way early, I guess. We're only here for the money. Most jet laps are worth more than not. Yikes. Car level 4, there's $300. Got a little bit of both. I'll give her that. not do that twice. Thank you. Oh, let's go hit that one. It's not even in the way. Not a clutch, sir. You want neutral? You just pop it out of gear, man. Locked them up a little bit. Just a little bit. Might have been a little too much Uber. Alright. Tires are cheap for this thing, right? It'll be alright. First gear, please. I did not hit the guardrail, I don't think. Dumb luck, really, but I'm gonna hit this one. Boy, she is down slick. I do believe we have smoked for the tires. Especially when I cruised through here a minute ago, you know, real nice. Grandma bailed out already. She's like, I'm done riding the field. Crazy son of a bitch. Transmission. It's alright. Them gears are made of rubber. We'll buy more. I think my reflexes might be going, and my eyes have gone like an hour ago. See if we can't finish this lap. Then we'll have some money to pour at this car when we come back. massively long. I don't go negating the lap of dumb like that. Somebody broke my window. I wonder who that was. Darn fragile Ferrari glass. Another $300. That's a guardrail waiting to happen. I love that it's got a gated shifter, no paddles in this thing. I like watching my dude take his hand off the wheel. That was a good skip or not. gonna hit that pit sign so bad. Oh, you jerk. Well, that's enough. I made some cash. That's what matters, right? I don't need those credits. I need car credits. Another driver level. Way to go. I completed 25 laps in rivals. Oh, that is it for me today. This car will be next stream. We'll start throwing what money we have at it. And it'll be a surprise for both of us as to how much cash we made for 3 laps on the mountain. But all 3 were... I almost ran a legit lap. Almost. So close, so close. But that's it. The reflexes are gone. The feet are gone. Everything's heavy. Although my playlist has been picking music I like. So we got that going for us at least. Drop rate went down from 2.2 to 1.6. Only dropped 9,000 frames this stream. I'm sure everybody noticed each individual one. I don't know why it counts them. It can drive me crazy. But okay. Well, till next time. Y'all keep it sideways. Don't drive angry. If you do drive angry, well, stay off my street. Y'all take it easy.